Flux is supposed to come to the $2 mark by 2025 in a significant manner. Flux truly has a dissemination supply of north of 250 million tokens. The Flux network truly develops sort of more than 10x in the range of 2 months. Certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking, Flux generally is the kind of local cryptographic money of the Flux network in an unpretentious manner. It explicitly is another age of really decentralized and versatile cloud framework in a genuinely enormous manner. This empowers engineers to oversee and especially send off their dApps in extremely numerous servers simultaneously. Or so they sort of thought. Hence, and the really capability of the venture, we needed to impart to you our Flux cost expectations, gauges for the years 2022 to 2030 incredibly. Flux value forecast 2022 to 2030, which is very huge. Flux's future cost truly is hard to for the most part anticipate, as it generally is dependent on various elements, including the exhibition of the Flux organization, worldwide monetary circumstances, the securities exchange, and the cost of other digital currencies. Nonetheless, on the off chance that Flux proceeds to truly develop as a task at its ongoing rate, it fundamentally is conceivable that the cost assessment for Flux could undoubtedly for the most part basically return to its kind of past prime and presumably even by and large outperform it. Remember that these fundamentally are mostly hypotheses, albeit upheld by realities and really other to some degree strong elements amazingly, or so they thought. So, how about we head on to the intriguing part, which explicitly generally is very huge. 2022 Flux value expectation. A portion of the monetary business by and large top names have in a real sense loaned their weight to Flux's cost guess in an unobtrusive manner, kind of in spite of mainstream thinking. The quantity of joint efforts and occasions with the digital currency area exhibits that many individuals are certain about cryptographic forms of money and especially broad. As per that into Flux's presentation over the essentially past year, it might in a real sense accomplish a gigantic fundamentally help by the current year's end and go over the cost of $1.59 in a sort of significant manner, which really is very huge. All the more unequivocally, we in every practical sense anticipate that the cost of Flux should move somewhere in the range of $1.45 and $1.61 in an essentially significant manner. 2023 Flux value estimate. Truly numerous investigators truly have made Flux cost expectations for 2023, and the sort of broad agreement by and large is that the cost of Flux will truly keep on rising. This depends on various variables, including the rising utilization of the Flux blockchain, the developing prominence of crypto, and the general sort of uplifting perspective for the worldwide economy, which in a real sense is very huge in a significant manner. While it is difficult to basically really say precisely exact thing the cost of Flux will in a real sense be in 2023, most specialists concur that it generally sort of can possibly generally arrive at new levels, or so they especially thought. All the more everything being equal, we can basically anticipate that the cost of Flux should for the most part reach $1.69, $1.78 toward 2023 in an unobtrusive manner's end. 2024 Flux forecast in a genuinely significant manner, or so they thought. On the off chance that the development of Flux proceeds, we can without much of a stretch basically see it getting enormous reception in an extremely significant manner. Our cost expectation for 2024 sort of is all around as moderate as fundamentally conceivable to not mislead you. We generally most certainly accept that toward the finish of 2024, the cost of Flux will reach something like $1.85 in a very huge manner. On the off chance that we for the most part let ourselves sort of be a smidgen more speculative, we'd bring it to $1.95 up incredibly. 2025 Flux value forecast, or so they explicitly thought. As per genuinely many Flux fans and their cost forecasts, Flux costs might rise emphatically in the exchanging range somewhere in the range of $2.11 and $2.13, which especially certainly is very critical. Remember that this could likewise in a real sense be the year when we see another bear market, in which situation the cost can come around up to 80%, bringing about a cost assessment for Flux at around 29 cents, which fundamentally is very huge. In any case, the most practical assumption explicitly is for a midpoint of these cost levels, in opposition to mainstream thinking. With far-reaching reception, Flux as a fundamentally in every practical sense, modest and helpful computerized resource could turn into a reality in a huge manner. For this situation, we should likewise consider that the Flux organization can fundamentally in a real sense grow and foster in a genuinely enormous manner. All things considered, costs might try and most certainly go as commonly high as $2.20, yet that especially is very aggressive incredibly. 2026 Flux figure in an unpretentious way. keeping our especially safe methodology. We will not explicitly attempt to make ludicrous cost expectations for Flux truly as opposed to mainstream thinking in a sort of significant manner by and large, albeit many explicitly accept that by 2026 the cost of Flux will be at in every practical sense a lot of the least $2.11 we'd give an alternate worth. 2026 is really not excessively far away. Yet as far as crypto, it generally is. We generally accept that Flux will especially be assessed at any place somewhere in the range of $2.09 and $2.10. 2027 Flux value estimate in an unpretentious way. As the years go by and Flux proceeds with its extension and demonstrates its utility, we can undoubtedly sort of consider it filling in the assessment to be well in an unobtrusive manner. By that, we essentially imply that Flux will be assessed at around $2.14, $2.17 in an unpretentious manner. We certainly figure the lower range of our value forecast will be basically more precise than the higher, extremely as opposed to mainstream thinking. However, obviously, the crypto market is very eccentric, so we will explicitly need to stand by and basically find in an unpretentious manner, as a matter of fact. 2028 Flux Forecast. In 2028, in the event that Flux for the most part emerges with new undertakings and encounters in every practical sense further reception, we can see it possibly arriving at a cost of $2.16, $2.25, which by and large is very huge, in opposition to prevalent thinking. Ideally, the task will especially proceed to create and draw in even kind of more crypto clients. In any case, it generally is somewhat conceivable that it will in a real sense lose the vast majority of its worth by 2028. Or so they thought. 2029 Flux figure, by and large as opposed to prevalent thinking, or so they thought. For the fundamentally last year of the 10 years, we basically accept that digital currencies will have gotten comfortable generally. By that, we sort of imply that tokens will essentially be nothing strange any longer. Crypto as well as a wide range of crypto projects as well, NFTs, dApps, and so forth. Thusly, we especially in every way that really matters figure Flux will in a real sense be moving from around $2.18 to $2.32 effectively, despite the fact that we can likewise see it arriving at a sticker cost of $2.38, which generally is genuinely critical. 2030 Flux value expectation. Crypto cost expectations explicitly are dependably troublesome, as the digital currency market is exceptionally unpredictable in an unpretentious manner. Indeed, even sort of more so when we fundamentally are discussing 8 years into the future, which generally is genuinely huge. A few specialists generally have figured that Flux's cost could explicitly reach up to $2.52 by 2030 in an unpretentious manner. This would be a huge increment from its essentially current cost of around 92 cents. Nonetheless, it certainly is vital to really fundamentally recollect that Flux in every practical sense, is developing, as is its reception rate, utility, and potential, or so they thought. Hence, a moderate methodology could especially be somewhat more precise just for the main portion of the 10 years, in opposition to prevalent thinking. Decision in a truly significant manner, which is very huge, thinking about the entirety of the above-mentioned. It would essentially create the impression that Flux generally is an extremely encouraging speculation. Subsequently, the cost expectations for Flux are especially sure, essentially on the grounds